Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ron and Fez Show. Well, boys, I reckon this is it. Time has come to make a choice.
Fasten your seatbelt.
The fastest hour in radio. Time's a luxury we don't have. Only on Ron and Fez Show. Hurry up, nerd. Hurry up. Don't wait for me. Come on, let's go. And now, Ron and Fez.
The fastest hour in radio. It's the Ron and Fez Show on WJFK.
And we're live in Las Vegas today, Fezzy. No, we're not. I wish we were, but we're not. We're just sitting here.
Vegas, baby.
I got news for you. I've had enough of this heat, and I can't wait till we get back to the cool weather. I can't put up with it. I don't want a long summer of this stuff.
It's hot out there, and we do have a long, long wait before the winter snows come in.
And I refuse to watch any local newscast right now because of the cicada fear that they have just drummed into me, where everything now is going to be, cicada central.
They started spotting them. The cicadas are hatching. They're coming out. Chevy Chase Parkway covered with them.
Yeah, somebody was screaming, literally just on TV, screaming, we're all going to die from cicada wounds. Protect your pets. I saw a thing of how you can protect your pets.
From what, being flown off with?
It's a bug. Haven't they been here longer than us? We're going to be okay.
Protect your pets. They said the squirrels were out there eating them. So I'm sure the pets aren't afraid of these things.
No, they're not afraid of them. They get in their throats.
Oh, just like the fat girl in Silence of the Lambs, and they had to pull one out of her throat.
I had a fat girl in my throat one time. It was awful. Just awful. All I did is I just closed my eyes. I just kept going. That's what I said to myself. I'm not going to give up.
We found her with diamond shapes cut out of her back. President Bush's approval rating dropped to the lowest of his presidency, 46% approval.
I don't think it's so bad, Fezzy, considering what he's done over the past year. If I was him and I had the year that he had and I was pulling a 46 share, I'd be ecstatic. And you also have to remember he was up against Friends and Survivor ending. So this is not bad shape.
But 3 years ago, he hit 90. And now he's down to 46.
Well, that's why he's thinking he needs another attack. When attacked, we like him. When he's attacking, we're like, I don't get it. I don't know what he's up to.
So the Zogby people are saying a 46% job approval rating at this point in an election year. The incumbent has never come back to win the election.
Well, one of them was Lincoln, so you can't blame him, can you?
He had help at this point. So the Zogby guy saying this is Kerry's election to lose.
Yeah.
And he is somehow.
Well, he's not losing. We're not having the election yet. If the election was today, I'm sure both sides would be different. For some reason, people just act like whatever the numbers are today is what the election's going to be. It's not. Every time I see Kerry, he's out riding around in some kind of extreme sports thing. He's on bicycles. He's snowboarding. So it's not like he's kicked in. The president hasn't kicked in yet. You and the Zogby people, Fezzy, are going to have to relax, take a deep breath, and wait for November. Actually, what we have to wait for is just October 31st, when the Redskins play the Packers. And we'll see exactly how the election goes that day. Because if the Redskins lose or tie, the president will lose the re-election. And then also, isn't it, if your grandmother has a pain in her big toe, then you know it's going to be a Republican sweep? That means 6 more weeks of winter. Dick Cheney defended Donald Rumsfeld under fire over Iraqi prison abuses by saying people should get off his case and let Rumsfeld do his job. He's been doing his job. We haven't been on his case for a year, and there's nude pictures. There's nude homoerotic pictures. If there's ever a time that we should be able to get on someone's case, it's now. Maybe his job is amateur pornographer. Maybe we don't know that. Well, thank God that we don't have gays in the military, Fez, because this would be the blame. For some reason, we have no gays in the military, and we're getting picture after picture of homoerotic S&M. I don't understand how this is helping us fight terror. If we got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, we'd have our own naked butt pyramids in the military. You know, if we found out the terrorists were doing this, we'd have a country just freaking out, just going nuts. If they get off of Rumsfeld's back, Dick Cheney, they're going to get on the president's. You might as well be happy that they're on Rumsfeld's back, because there's really not much higher up to go. Get off his back. He's the best we've ever had. You know what? I don't know how he's doing it his whole job. I never remember big homoerotic S&M pictures coming out before. You can't blame us for feeling a little embarrassed over this one.
Are these two going to replace Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau and Grumpy Old Men 3?
Yeah. It's really grumpy, older men.
Get off our backs.
Now, Dick Cheney undergoes an exam today to check out his pacemaker, Fez.
So they say this is routine, just to check and make sure the thing is working. I say this is the beginning of the, we found something. Dick Cheney might not be healthy enough to run with the president this year.
He wasn't healthy enough last time. He wasn't healthy enough when he got out of high school. The guy's got a bad ticker.
This is where it all starts, where they start to replace Cheney on the ticket.
Who are they going to replace him with?
I think they're going to replace him with Governor Pataki out of New York.
And you think that's going to be it? Governor Pataki is going to Have you ever seen that man speak? He is dull as hell.
So they are going to replace Cheney because Cheney is just unlikable to look at.
You know what I would like? And Pataki's a great-looking guy. You know what I'd like to say one day? Governor Pataki, this is Michael Hughes. Michael Hughes is... It's the same person. It's the same person.
So this starts the process. It's this pacemaker exam.
You know, Pataki's not going to work for you. And I don't think the president knows what to do without Dick Cheney. I think if Cheney's out, I'm out. If I do anything with this pacemaker, I just slow it down a couple notches. Let the guy get some sleep at night. Let him calm down a little bit. Help out with the paranoia.
This thing's ticking like cicada wings. Bush told Rumsfeld, you're doing a superb job. You are a strong Secretary of Defense, and our nation owes you a debt of gratitude.
Luckily for the president, he does not read newspapers, because if he did, he would have seen these homoerotic S&M pictures, and he'd be freaking out and screaming at the guy, like the press is. Now, supposedly Bush has a lot more of these pictures, Fez. A lot of pictures coming in now of different kind of, I don't know whether you would call it a torture. There's names going all around for it, but since we haven't had it, it's the same kind of pictures that we've seen before. And also of just pictures of military people having sex with each other.
So I guess that makes it even Steven there if we're also torturing ourselves.
So now the big question is this. Well, that's not torture for a lot of us, Fez. Some of us like it. Does the public need to see these pictures or not? Supposedly, the president saw them, and he says he's disgusted and completely weirded out. And his wife said she had to snap her head around when she saw it on TV.
Yeah, Laura Bush said, I couldn't look at them. Yeah, I think they need to be released. We need to know what's going on over there.
They're going to get released anyway. No matter what happens, these things will leak out. Why not get them all out in the open now and let everybody get it over with? If they keep trickling out one at a time, that's a front page picture every time one of them comes out. Just get it out there. This happened. We're all completely weirded out about it. We had no idea our kids acted like this when we went to the shore. That's the basic thing. You go to the shore, and you find out that your sons brought their buddies over and had sex with a retarded girl, and now you're on TV trying to say, wait a minute, I know these kids. They wouldn't do this. I don't even know where they got that tiny wiffle ball bat. I don't know what happened. That's the predicament we're in right now. We're one of those families that finds themselves on Inside Edition trying to figure out where our kids went weird.
The country's prepared because Rumsfeld, when he went to Congress last week, said, there's a lot more. There's a lot more to come out.
Filthy. Basically, they said they've seen Hell's Angels initiation rights pictures that were less offensive and easier for people to deal with.
And we're trying to figure out where they got the glow sticks that these prisoners were violated with.
I don't understand any of it, but we do have to give it out there. Now, in the meantime, the rest of the world just thinks we're bat-ass insane. They think that we're nuts. The rest of the world sees us as Fat Elvis. They literally think that we're sitting around at night with big sunglasses, shooting out our TVs, and having underage girls wrestle in front of us. And we've got to do something to push the Dr. Nick away and get people to go, look, it's not just the 50s where we had our hits. We're ready to clean up and start making good music again. But right now, we just look like we're gigantic, big glasses, in a jumpsuit and load it.
So we'll get as many pictures out as we can and just say, here, have it all.
No,
there's nothing else to look at it.
No, I haven't said that. I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think that they're going to put the pictures out.
With the pictures, I think they'll end up going out. I think that no matter what, they realize that people are going to see these things. The prisoner abuse scandal now has tarnished the Army's 800th Military Police Brigade so much that soldiers slated to receive a Bronze Star medal have been dropped from the list.
You're not going to make the list because some guys that you know did homoerotic pictures.
I can understand not giving the Bronze Star to the people in the pictures,
right,
like Lindy England, but the other ones who did their job, they should not get their Bronze Stars.
Well, here's you ran out of air there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Here's the problem, Fez. They don't know who's going to show up in the pictures next. They're not saying you're never going to get a Bronze Star. But we're not going to trust you today to hand you the Bronze Star so later that they can say, hey, not only that, but 3 months after he did these homoerotic pictures, you gave him a Bronze Star.
They can always take it back. Go ahead and give them the Bronze Stars now. Work backwards on this one. Although the rest of the world will probably get upset seeing these people get medals.
Yeah, I think it's a huge mistake. I think no one gets a star until we work this thing out. Nobody's getting a star. Did you hear that? No new generals are getting stars. Nothing is happening until we figure out who did what to who.
The sports award banquet has been canceled.
Yeah, there's not even going to be a banquet this year. Until we find out who was smoking in the lavatory, nobody's going anywhere, and the class trip is canceled.
Until we find out who had sex with the retarded girl. Jessica Lynch said prayers should go out to the families of Iraqi prisoners who have been mistreated by American military prison guards.
Why to their families?
Yeah.
Why should their families get the prayers and not the people who actually were mistreated?
Do they want our prayers? They don't even believe in our God.
Shh, Fezzy, yeah, that's a mistake.
We pray to our God for your help.
Yeah, send them mass cards. That might help them out a lot. Send them a picture of Jesus while they scream in the middle of the night.
That should make them feel better. Just a nice picture of the Pope.
Well, to me, Fezzy, when a hero speaks, I listen. So I'm going to start praying for the family of the people that were made to get in a butt pyramid.
The families aren't even speaking to the prisoners anymore.
All right, Fezzy, you got the two faces of military girls now. You got Jessica Lynch, the pride, the hero, and then Lindy England, the shame, the goat. Who better typifies the war? Are you looking at Jessica or are you looking at Lindy?
I think Jessica Lynch best typifies the war, where it's the young person who went over there to fight for a country, was captured, and then the whole thing, then this big heroic thing got painted up by the government. I think that best typifies the war.
I'd say they both do because they're interchangeable. One, I know, is not the hero they made her out to be. The other is definitely not this crazy person she's being made out to be. And you could switch positions with these girls, and they could both play it the same way. They're both victims, in my opinion, not only of the government, but also of the media, and they're charged to run it just because this crazy Lindy is in the picture doing the Fonzie pointing. I'm watching Saturday Night Live. She's being called the dirtbag. I'm watching the news. They're horrified with her. I'm going, A, you haven't heard her story, and B, suppose she was shoved in that position. Who knows? We have no idea yet. Yet everybody's so quick to make one girl the hero who went out like Rambo, and then everything that we hear about it later, and then finally said, and also maybe she was raped. And I've never heard anything about that. And this girl, who we know nothing about, except for it's very, very easy to run with. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. It's Ron and Fez.